Self-publishing is today's topic, and I'm going to make a tutorial on how you can be able to create your account for Amazon and how you can be able to upload your books on Amazon without paying even a single dollar. Yes, it is self-publishing where you can be able to publish your books without paying any amount to any publisher. I don't know, many people, they think that publishing books is a very complicated process. They think that you need to have a lot of money, and that's why they don't want to publish their books. For many people have been asking me question, how am I able to publish all my books? For those who do not know, I'm a book author. I've written so far 10 books. As you can see here, these are some of my books which are on Amazon. So how do I do that? How am I able to put my books on Amazon without paying anybody's money? So this is what I'm going to explain on what we call self-publishing process. But the first process is how you can create your account and do all blah, 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 blah. I will go into detail about that. Before we go further, number one thing I would like to ask from you to take 1 single second to subscribe to my channel. You can see here on the side, there is a button called subscribe. If you click that one, you can be able to subscribe to my channel. But also, please share these videos to some other people. You might not be the one who wants to write the books, but there are some friends of yours or people on your social media will be happy to get this kind of information. How you can be able to create your account on Amazon and publish your books. So there are so many companies which are able to publish. They do self-publishing. That means you don't need to pay any amount of money to put your book on Amazon. They can print it for you, and then you don't need to pay any amount of money. So one among those companies is Amazon. Other companies is Lulu. There is Creative Space, which now is merged with Amazon. I will tell you why later. But there are other companies, even like Barnes & Nobles, things of that nature. So there are so many companies, they do that. But this video in particular, I'm going to talk about KDP. Kindle Direct Publishing. Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. So this is the Amazon website where people go to buy products. But as an author, as a person who is writing books, you don't go and upload your book direct this way. You go to the back end on the aspect where authors will be able to upload their books. But you cannot just go there and just upload your book without having an account first. So let me start with creating account on Amazon, and then you can move step by step on how you can be able to create your account and upload your books on Amazon. And as I said, this is free of charge. You don't need to pay anybody. So as I was saying, like, you can have, these are some of the books. Like you can see, these are some of my books. I've written 10 books, but these are some. They're just 4, but there are more books. But yeah, that was not the purpose of it. So you go on Kindle Direct Publishing. This is the website. You can see kdp.amazon.com or Kindle Direct Publishing in general. Then you go to sign up, which you are creating account. And creating account, assume you don't have account. So you go on creating account. So let's say you put the name Ernest Makulilo, for instance. I'm giving example. Account email, I will use, let's say, Makulilo Foundation. @gmail.com. Then password, let me create a password. And I'm sure I haven't used this email because I've done a couple tutorials where I've used various email addresses. So I want to make sure that, okay, so I have to go and verify. Okay, so Amazon, they sent you already the email within less than seconds. They send you the email to verify your account. So I come here, they give you the code. This is the code. Okay, copy and paste over there. So, okay, that is the code. Create your account. After creating account, then there is agreement. So it's up to you. I advise you to go to read it, but no matter what, whether you read or whether you don't read, if you don't accept, you cannot go to the next step, but you have to read it to know what is all about the pre-order thing and all other things. Like, what does that mean? So that when you go and you're having a problem, then you have a problem. So this, you have already created the account on Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, but you cannot just go and upload until you update your information. By updating your information, that means you'll be able to publish your books. But here you can create the book. You can create either Kindle or paperback. And I will show you on my account, my real account, not this tutorial one. But this is what I want to show first. That's why I say, like, Creative Space used to be a subsidiary website for Amazon, a company where it has a lot of languages. Also, Swahili was one among. But now, with Amazon, there are restricted in certain languages, and I will tell you the technique on how to go about it. But Creative Space, you cannot publish it with Creative Space. You have to come through Amazon. So for those books which are in Creative Space, even my book, this one was in Creative Space, but you still can get it in Amazon, but it's also through Creative Space. So you go to update. By updating, they want you to put some of the information. So I'm assuming, let me put just the my phone number. Okay. And then that is okay. Oh no, let me use a different way. Let me change, not use this one. So okay, but if I put my phone number now, okay, I got the code, which is 4550. I think that is, I got the correct one. Okay, sorry, because I'm using my phone to record, so I don't want to first of all, this is not necessary. You don't need to have 2 steps for verification, right? I don't know, I haven't used this way. Okay, let me just continue with this one. So I haven't created this account for a long time, so, but I'm recording through the phone, so when it comes the number, I'll be able to get it through the text message while I'm recording. And so it's 149864. 149864. I think I got it correct. If that is correct, we are good to go. So here is where the trick is. I know many of people, I'm assuming you are not in the US, because if you are in the US, your procedure will be different. The US, the difference between this one will be for the issue people who don't live in America when it comes to the bank information. If you live in America, in the US or some of the countries of Europe, you'll be able to create the automatic bank payment information if you put US, UK. So I assume, let's say the person is in Tanzania, United Republic of Tanzania. So let's say the full name, blah 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 blah, but postal code 255 for Tanzania. Let's say the phone number. Okay. Okay, so you have to. Oh, sorry, I put the region as US. That's the problem. So, because when I chose automatically those information, automatically it came to Tanzania. Okay, so city, let's say Dar es Salaam. Okay, postal code is that one. Okay, so let's leave the phone number that way. It's not like, okay, they wanted the correct phone number, so let me put like 255-713383853. That is my original phone number, my first cell phone number while I was in Tanzania. So then when it comes here, now it accepts, so you have to put the correct phone number. So then, because you are not in America, so there are countries which you can have the bank. Sometimes they complicate. Let me see if we can use Tanzania. I'm giving example. So we currently don't support electronic payments to this country, please, blah 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 blah. So usually many countries they don't support, because only US and a few countries in Europe. So you choose the option, I don't have a bank account. So if you don't have the bank account, what happens is, when they will require the minimum threshold, the minimum amount of money they need. Let's see, maybe for instance, if you are doing YouTube, they have to send you the money at least when it is 100. So they need to create a certain amount to send you a check. So then you complete the tax information. So that is the only difference. But if you put in the US, you go and save and continue. If you are in the US, you just put the bank information. So this, you are just say you are putting as your business. I mean, individual just is not a business. You are not US. Are you a US person? Because I'm assuming you are not in the US. So you say no. Are you acting intermediate agent? You are not any agent. You are the correct guy who is applying. So citizenship. So you go there, you select, because you say Tanzania. So you go and put Tanzania. If you are a citizen of that particular country, the address you will be putting, permanent address is that one. Mailing address, you put like the same one. For this purpose, you leave that way. So here is when you need to put the tax. If you are US person, you put the social security number. If you are not, you put your tax ID number. So I don't have the tax ID for Tanzania. So I'm assuming, let's say I'm putting the information for Tanzania, for instance. So you need to put the let's say you put your social. I cannot put my social number or whatever the number you are supposed to put here. So let me put I don't know. I cannot put let's say I'm assuming. So assume this is a fake number. So assume that is the tax value number, whatever. Then you go to next. When you go to next, you confirm everything is for Tanzania. Submit. Then you consent electronic, because if you don't do electronic, this information they will send you to the post, the address they put to you, then you can accept. So you accept the information, and then you will be okay. That means you are good to go. So this is today's date. Send it. You click there. You are going to preview the tax information. So it comes your name, the country of citizenship, whatever, the address and everything. Then you go there and submit the form. By submitting the form, you are good to go. Now you are good to go. So you click exit. This is the summary about the tax information, and everything is there. So exit interview that way. So now you are already good to go as an author. So save. Now you are good to go. You go now here to do your books. So you see that instruction which was here, you must update, is gone, because now you have a full account on Amazon. KDP, you are ready to go as a self-published author. You can be able to do that. So here you can create 2 books. You can create a paperback or you can create an ebook. So let's say you create a paperback, but the information will be the same. So these are the simple ways. So the title of the book, let's say you say, let's use like okay, my life at the hill. I'm giving an example. So the name. So here is just normal information. If you have subtitle, you'll put is optional. If your book is My Life at the Hill, for instance, back in the day or something, whatever. Is this a series? This is optional information. These are optional information. Is this like edition number 1, 2, 3? But if it's not, so here you have to be very careful. What names do you want to appear as an author? This, I did a mistake at the beginning. I used to, for me, I usually go Ernest Boniface Makulo is my name, but as a writer, I want to have just 2 names. You see, I use 2 names as an author, but my full name usually is Ernest Boniface Makulilo. You see, like, yeah, on this one, like on book here, it appears this way, but on all my appearance is just Ernest Makulilo. So what you write here is the name will be appearing. But if you have other authors, like 2 people writing the book, you can be able to add them here. You add another. If you want to, you can. Some people write a book and they put a forward by or introduction by so and so. It can appear if you want to appear on the front of the cover. And then you put I own the copyright. You are the one who owns the copyright, even if it's self-publishing. These are the keywords, are optional. You can put these keywords at the end, like the book about, you can say about life, about opportunities. Just like if someone is going to search on Amazon, like if you put opportunities, your book will come there. Then what category of this book is? Let's say it is a non-fiction book. What kind of non-fiction, for instance, this one? Okay, I can say, okay, this is maybe a non-fiction about, let's say about, let's say education, foreign language study. So you can go specific African languages, but you can put up to 2 maximum. So if you put it there, it can give you a book category of the book. Or you can go there and put uncategorized. There's that option that non-classifiable. So let's go. Then does this book require to have restriction of the language, like age appropriate? You must be above age of 18. Under 18 you cannot be able to read. So no, that means any person can read this book. So if it is language put it that way, you can put yes. So that means a person under 18 is advisable not to buy this book or to use this book. Then you click go to the next. I have to fix something, sorry. Okay, please fix something. Here you have to write your book, what will be appearing on the, at the beginning when you are going to write here, you can just put just one word, my life. But here you can put the description of the book. Like this description usually I put at the back is the one which I'll put it here. But I don't want to put it right now because I just want to show you what does that mean. And then save and continue. Then you go to the next step. Next step is the where you can get your ISBN. If you have your own ISBN, you put it there. But Amazon provides you free ISBN, because when you go to write the book, when you are writing the book, as I mentioned here, you'll find it like there is a chapter, you have to have ISBN number. Where do you get this one? Amazon provides you this one for free. If you click here, assign me ISBN, the condition is if you use this ISBN and you want to, after publishing on Amazon, you want to publish this book with maybe Barnes and Nobles or another publisher, don't use the ISBN you are given for free by Amazon. You are allowed to use any other publisher, but don't use their free ISBN. So assign ISBN there. So already this is the ISBN will be given, you will be using when you are going to start writing your book. And then here is when you choose your book. Do you want your book to have a cream color inside? By cream color, cream paper, they mean this one is just like a khaki-ish one, yellowish one. When they say a black and white interior, white paper is this one. This is the typical white one. And when they say color interior, this one at the end, color interior means the picture inside are colored pictures. As you can see, these are pictures which are colored. Is different from this one, you see, is black and white. But remember how they put this black and white is very, very high quality compared to the one. I remember if some of the publishers in Tanzania or other countries in Africa, when they publish, you look like a freedom fighter. You are looking like completely like dark, completely like is not the true. So whether you use the colored, whether you use the black and white, we see that the difference. The difference between these one will determine what kind of how much the cost of printing will be when you go to put your book. Then you come to choose the size of the book. So this is the size I was telling about. What is the size of the book? So as I said, like this one is 5x8, which is this one. So I chose this one as my book size. And then bleed dot bleed, whatever I usually doesn't matter much. But here is there is a big difference between these two. I want to explain to you so that you can understand what do they mean when they say the book which is having glossy and non-glossy. So glossy is the shining part of the book. It's just like a little bit of nylon on top of your book. That is the glossy part. It's just like a little bit shining. And when it is matte, whatever they pronounce it, it's just like it's not shiny. It's just a typical, just like a normal other paper, but it's not. So depending, like if you put this one, nowadays I use most of the glossy. And then you come here, you upload your manuscript. So let's say True Memoirs of the Scholarship Guy. you can upload in PDF or Microsoft Word. You have different ways on how to do that. So, but when it is uploading, I don't want it to take longer time to continue with uploading and all other things. But while it is uploading, then you can continue to do other things. So it's successful, but it will be still working on. So there are different ways you can upload it to Microsoft Word and HTML, whatever, all these other ways, or even PDF file, they can do that. Yeah. So then you come to create a book cover. If you have already created a book cover in PDF, you just upload here. But if you want to create a cover here, you can create a cover for free. So I will make a quick video. I'll continue here just to make a quick one on how you can make a book cover. But I will make a separate book cover video on how to make this book cover. So, do you want to use okay, so do you want to use image or not image? They have their own image here for free. You can use here. There are so many images here. So this is when, if you want to use images, or if you don't want to use images, sorry. So let's say, so, okay, sorry. So let me say, let's dismiss. Okay, so I can put the image. I'm going to add the image. So let's say I'm going to put the image, let's say I'm putting that image, for instance. So that is the image, but you can choose different style now. There are different style you can use from this one. Which one do you want to? So there are these four style which you cannot you don't need to use the image, and the rest you can use the image. So it's up to you. What do you prefer? Or you can go and later change the image, whatever you want. You can decide to do that. So for instance, let's say you want to use this one. And I put the mistake, it was my life at the hill. So let's say you want, okay, let me change the image. You come here, you can position your image, you move somewhere this way, wherever you want, or you can go say, okay, I want to change another image. You can go and choose the image you prefer to put it there. So, okay, then you can, it's just up to you. You can say, okay, I don't want to have this. Let me put a different color. You can just put it there. You can come here, change the color. You can change the font, like what kind of font you want. Things of that nature, you can be able to do that way. Then here you can come, you have option, like what other style do you have? There are different style here. You can use that one. You can use this one. Yeah, so there are different, you can be able to choose from, like kind of that one. So which one do you prefer is up to you. So let's say you say I'm going to use, let's make it easy, my life at the hill, that one. So then you can come here, change the color. So you see, like I want to change the text not to be white because I cannot see. I can say I want to put maybe black, that way. From that moment, then you can come here, you put your image from the computer, for instance, like what image do you want to use? Like if you want the photo of the author, for instance, you choose, I can put, let's say, this is Marie, my wife. You can just say, okay, this will be the photo of the author. Then here you can come to put your name, whatever explanation you want to put here. Then, so usually, so you just come and put the information like this way. So what you are done here, you quickly preview. Then it will preview there before you go to save and continue. So that is a typical, like how you can create a book, the image, and that way. So I'm just wanted to make the basic on how you can create your account, how you can upload, So this will be your book cover, kind of that. So I'm just saving just like for starting up like that way, but then save and submit. So when I save and submit, it will go there, and that will be my book cover. Okay, so this will be when it is done. This one is still processing. The manuscript will be there, and this one, the image of the book, the book cover will be here. So that will be the end. Then you can preview when you're supposed to preview here, so that you can get the printed preview of this one. You will preview there to make sure that your book is correct, and if there is any mistake, you'll be told what mistake and what page number to be able to do that. And then from there, save and continue, you go to make a price, and then click submit, kind of that. So that is like a quick way on how I can make. But one quick thing I forgot is the language. You can see is English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, African. In Africa, Afrikaans is a very one language is in South Africa. There are no many languages. Even Swahili is not there. So it's a very challenging one. So I remember some of my friends, they decided they put it as Afrikaan, but on the title they put the book, and they put maybe a Swahili version or something like that. So and then, but sometimes they just go and change whatever. So that is what I do. But sometimes when you have the book like that way, I have a separate website. I will make another video which is called e-cover authority. Just I prefer to make like a 3D of the book cover when I want to show someone, okay, I made a book cover. So that will be a 2D, but I make this will be a separate video on how I make my my book covers on other ways. So let's find that book cover. This one. Sorry, this will be a long video, but it is worth to make sure that people understand on how to go about it. And so I'll make a separate video to review this one. But in this software I bought is just like web software, which you don't need to have any skills of computer, whatever, like high tech. So you just do like this way. Then it will show you the book will be in 3D. So finalize. I just want to show quick, but there will be a separate video on how to create a 3D cover using this e-cover authority. Yeah. Then I'll have a separate video and go on talking about different ways on how to do. So this is the book will be coming this way, and then you can go create Kindle of the same one. But because this is still processing the cover will appear here when it is done. So you see, this is the when I make the 3D. So that is how it look like when I want to share with people. Okay, this is my book. I'll be publishing. That is what I usually do. I make a 3D to show people like what am I going to do, things of that nature. So that is how you make your books on Amazon for free, things of that nature. You can make a book cover, create an account, things of those nature. If you have any problem on how to create this one, you can be able to do that. The only few difference is if you're in America or certain countries of Europe, you can put a bank information. But if you are not in America, you cannot be able to put that kind of information. If you don't have a tax ID in your country, put your passport number or your national ID number. That will act as a national ID or tax information one. So sorry, it is a very long 28 to 30 minutes video, but it is to break down all this information to make sure that you will be able to create your book cover. You will be able to create your account on Amazon. You will be able to make sure that you are writing the book, because in the end I want you to succeed into 2020 to write your book. So once your book is published, they will appear like this way. It will be like this way, as you see. So if it is paperback and it is going to write paperback. If you produce paperback and you produce the same book paperback and the Kindle, it will tell you this is Kindle, this one is paperback. For instance, A Loving Father, this one is Kindle, and A Loving Father, this one is paperback. This one is Kindle. There will be a paperback somewhere if you go further, wherever it is. So that is how you end up having. So in the end, this is how it will appear. So make sure that you have a very convincing book cover, because the book cover will matter a lot for someone when he wants to choose to buy a book. Will look about the cover itself and all those kind of funny, goody information. So I'll have separate videos on how to approve your book and other information, but let me end up here 29 minutes, 30 minutes. So thank you everyone for being able to support my channel, be able to watch these videos. It gives me more energy to find more good content to share with you, to make sure that you are going to be able to succeed. I have put the suggested video here. Please watch these videos. Also some of the videos on more about book writing, everything. But also, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the subscribe button below here and subscribe to my channel. That means I know people are watching. I know when you put the comments, I'll respond to your comments. If you have any problem into creating your account you face, write a comment. I'll be able to solve your problem immediately within a few minutes. I'll be able to do that, and you can be able to write your book and publish your book. So don't have any excuse why you cannot write a book. You don't pay anybody. So if this book is there, when someone is buying the book, Amazon will take maybe their $2 or $3 for printing, and then the rest of it, as an author, I get 60%. Amazon takes 40% of the printed book. For the retail, for the ebook, Amazon takes, the author takes 75%. The rest, the Amazon is going to take it because there is no cost of printing. So that is what I'm trying to make sure that you are succeeding to publish your books, and you don't have any excuse why you cannot be able to write your books. So again, goodbye everyone, and thank you so much. Happy life and a happy new year when you are going to 2020 to be the year of book writers. Self-book publishing is a way to go. You don't need to get any loss of publisher. You don't get any red tape. You don't get any challenge. You can get your free templates. If I showed you the video, you can be able to do everything on your own. And if you want any support from me, write a comment here and I can guide you on your inbox or on WhatsApp on how I can be able to help you. So thank you again everyone, and welcome to the journey of book writing, self-publishing for free on Amazon and the other companies which they provide self-publishing services. Okay, Makulilo out.